Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this November the 26th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because the weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 plus the tropics and a little bit in the eastern Pacific, and also the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, you can see we do have a little system here in the Caribbean Sea. Looks pretty healthy, organized system, but the National Hurricane Center says it's not going to develop and shouldn't turn into anything. If in any way, most of that system pulling all off to the east, so it may bring some heavy rain to portions of the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and also maybe Puerto Rico later on down the road, as this system kind of just pulls moisture off to the east northeast along a cold frontal boundary. Alright, you see the subtropical jet starting to pull into the central portion of the United States, kind of move and then kind of diving back into the southeast and then off to the northeast. One system here is exit stage right. We got another system here coming into the off the eastern Pacific. We'll move into the western United States. Some of this moisture is already moving through central United States, and the system will continue to exit stage right as well. So get ready, folks, for kind of a stormy weather pattern moving across the country. But should be by your Friday, most of the activity should be all exit stage right into the Atlantic, and pretty much quiet across most of the United States. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here's that system we showed on the satellite imagery. We're looking at the northeastern United States. You can see it over toward St. John's, over toward New Brunswick, also over toward Quebec, northern Maine, Augusta, Maine there as well. Getting some precipitation there in your vicinity. Also back into portions of the North Bay area of Canada, stretching over into Lake Huron. Also over toward northeastern Lake Superior. A little bit of activity over Michigan as well. A little bit up in northern New York State. We got a little bit of activity over here just east of Delmont, Iowa. Also through portions of Springfield, St. Louis, Missouri. This could be just a few sprinkles, maybe a few snow flurries or showers. See if we can get a little further to the west here. We're going to take a look at the system out west, if it'll let me get over that far. Okay, as you can see, we do have some activity up around just north of Bismarck, North Dakota, over toward Montana. Got some activity there. Also toward Boise, Idaho, Salt Lake City, you included, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado. See if this thing will go a little further to the west. You can see a little bit of Nevada as well, and also, like I said, southern Utah, a little bit up around Seattle, Washington, down toward Olympia, Washington, down toward Portland, Oregon, a little bit towards Salem, Oregon as well. Everything looks pretty quiet. North of Carson City, Nevada, you getting a little bit of activity. You can see a little bit down around Fresno, California, stretching back into the eastern, back into the Pacific Ocean. And the rest of it looks pretty quiet across the remainder of the United States. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map located across the nation. Alright, here we go. Special weather statements over northern Maine. Got some winter storm watches in portion of New York State. We also have some winter weather advisory for portion of northern Michigan. More winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings for portion of Wyoming, Colorado, also in Utah, a little bit over here in portion of Nevada, Idaho, high wind watches and warnings, wind advisories in portion of New Mexico, wind advisory in southern Nevada, California, winter storm warnings in the mountains of California, frost advisory across portions of the western portion of California. Alright, we got small craft advisory, gale warnings in effect from up here near Maine all the way to the South Carolina coast. And then over here from northern California to Oregon State. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. We got a little bit of activity around freeze and spray warnings along coastal areas of Alaska, and some small craft advisory gale warning there as well. Alright, let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center. We have some severe weather to talk about. This is for your Wednesday. Okay, you can see we have some marginal risk stretching from Greenville, Mississippi to Jackson, Mississippi over to Birmingham, Alabama. General thunderstorm from New Orleans to Mobile to Columbus, Atlanta, Chattanooga, Nashville, Jackson, Memphis area over toward Lupkins, New Orleans. Just general thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the tornado probability. We have a 2% over toward Greenville, Mississippi, toward Jackson, Mississippi over to Birmingham, Alabama. Let's take a look at the damage and winds. We have a 5% there as well. Large hail, pretty much same location from Jackson to Greenville, Mississippi to Birmingham, Alabama for large hail and damage and wind. And let's take a look at day number 3, as we do have a marginal risk to talk about as well. You can see we have a general thunderstorms up here from Richmond to Virginia Beach, Roanoke to Chattanooga, all the way to Alexandria, Louisiana. But here is the marginal risk stretching from New Orleans to Jackson to Mobile to Dalton to Columbus, Birmingham, Tallahassee, Jacksonville over towards Savannah, Charleston, Columbia, Charlotte, Wilmington, Raleigh. All this area here is for maybe a quick spin up of a tornado, damaging winds, and maybe some large hail as well. But we should know more in the day number 3 outlook when it comes out tomorrow. Alright, we got a 5% risk in that same general vicinity as well. Alright, let's wrap it up with the rainfall totals across the lower 48. As you can see, we got a little system here in the Gulf of Mexico, trying to sniff out something over the next 7 days with heavy precipitation there, stretching into Texas, Louisiana, and then more out in the Atlantic coastal waters, and then across portions of the Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, back into North Carolina, all the way up to Maine. Also some around the Great Lakes, Southeast Canada as well, but lighter amounts, maybe about a tenth to maybe 1/10 of an inch to maybe tenth of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch across the remainder of the area. But where there's no precipitation outline, you should remain dry. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care and enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.